Hey everyone, and thank you for joining this session. My name is Christian Hecker, and for the past 15 years I've been working for SAP in various assignments, controlling, finance, management, and now in my role as Chief Data and Analytics Officer. I trust it gives me a good enough basis to understand both sides when it comes to enterprise data and analytics. So, from my experience, a solid data culture in a company is essential because eventually everyone feels the pain when data is of bad quality, right? Wrong or biased machine learning results, misinterpretations, or eventually impactful wrong decisions. And this presentation is about the future of enterprise analytics. So let me paint a picture of what a future of enterprise analytics could look like. Imagine a world where all of your business processes and data are seamlessly integrated, where information is pushed to you before you realize you even needed it, and where you get the right information at the right time wherever you are, whatever your context. And the information is rock solid. You understand exactly where it comes from and why. It's completely trusted. And well, as a Chief Data and Analytics Officer at SAP, I see that as my job. To make sure that everyone within the enterprise gets actionable insights while ensuring privacy and trust. Insights that are based on data that can be trusted, that originates from one single source of truth. So let's take a dip into a few details on enterprise data and analytics at SAP, and especially on future trends and how we embrace them to reach a state where our employees are equipped for decision making beyond the ordinary. So let's have a quick look at the top 10 trends that Gartner released for 2021. As you know, Gartner is the world's leading information technology research and advisory firm, which is why we use their knowledge as valuable resource for our innovation focus topics. In my area, we foster an innovation culture and support it with dedicated innovation days, programs, and even a focus Friday, so time in a week to do that. But let's peek into some of them, right? So what about trend two, composable data and analytics? So we employ when building our assets. Only then rising analytics demand can be handled when we have tools at hand that allow us to scale, to accelerate development. Management demand, for instance, is not only HR data. The quick addition of finance data allows a combination of such into one composed dashboard and doesn't result in two separate ones. We have trend number 7, where we actively drive initiatives that make sure data and analytics are seen as core business function. This is really important for me. SAP leaders understand the importance of the topics, which is why, for instance, there's me actually. SAP established my role, the role of a Chief Data and Analytics Officer, with a dedicated unit responsible for the topic. My unit's mandate is not only to provide physical assets that make the company run, like dashboards, reports, and data and so forth. We also function as sparring partner for the business. It's not a dashboard factory, but really partnering with the business, providing those insights that are needed to steer the company. And when we have a look at how the data has been consumed over the last decade, originally it was very reactive. I can even remember my times a couple of years ago in the finance function. The business asked a question, people had to retrieve the answers. Back in these days, speaking from own experience, as I said, we were sitting in highly strategic meetings. Somebody would ask a question, we didn't have the data available right away, and someone had to work it out. And it took days until the topic could be revisited. And when it was presented, it was already a few days out of date. Today, all of the board or even supervisory meetings at SAP are run through the digital boardroom, where any question is answered with a tap at the screen. Even ad hoc inquiries we modeled and data presented within seconds. So there's now real discussion with tangible outcome. We are now also working on the next generation of data and analytics consumption, be it artificial intelligence, chatbots, making the access to data even easier. And my vision is to reach even scenarios where users don't even need to express a question. You see that on the right side. But what a solution offers information that is of need and interest at the right point during your business day, proactively, So the system gives you recommendations instead of you asking for answers. The third trend focuses on data integration and architecture supporting composable data and analytics, and the time reduction achieved through its implementation. So actually, that we do with our One Data platform, a platform that allows data integration from different data sources and offers data as an enterprise asset for each and everyone. So how can we benefit from an intelligent enterprise? And you have seen the slide, and we tried to combine the efforts from my team with SAP strategy, of course, right? We want to become an intelligent enterprise. And my team plays an even integral role in that effort. If we look at the right side, we as an intelligent data and analytics function act as a digital backbone for SAP on its way towards becoming an intelligent enterprise. Our solutions are for everyone, with the enterprise putting data into meaningful insights, fueling all of our SAP's enterprise processes end to end. We provide the technical infrastructure and foundation with our One Data platform. So let's have a closer look at the components of this platform. As said, the platform we built is the foundation of the enterprise data and analytics. So a platform that orchestrates and translates SAP's data into business relevant information. All of this is based on SAP's business technology platform. On the bottom layer, we manage and integrate data from different sources, be it your CRM, your ERP, your HR system. These systems are then connected to the data platform and ranges from all transactional systems, but also from acquisitions, be it on-premise, be it cloud, and the data also includes operational, experience, usage, but also partner and external data. So the data integration layer connects these systems. And this ensures actually that all data provided by the platform can be fully trusted, is healthy, and properly maintained according to our guidelines and data culture. Additionally, if we look at the next layer, it is ensured in the semantical one that the data speaks a common digital language, no matter its source. A language logically modeling and describing the steering logic of the company. That ensures that you consistently get what you ask for, even when different names are used for your data object in the sources, be it employee, be it order entry, and so forth. And this also means that an intelligent enterprise needs a clean data value chain. All of SAP enterprise processes are fueled with this healthy data provided by the platform end to end. And all of these ingredients, if you will, enable the creation of data consumption scenarios that range from classical analytics to planning, even machine learning applications. Any application requiring trusted corporate data can make use of this platform as their one single source of truth. So that's a lot to grasp, right? But I know we will have a closer look at a few examples in a bit, so bear with me. Let's shortly look into the semantic layer, very important for me, and learn why we need a common digital language, one of the major challenges any enterprise faces when looking at the vast amount of data the company offers and thinking about how to utilize it best. So usually an enterprise has a strategy, right, which is broken down to objectives, goals, short-term and longer term. You measure your performance using KPIs. That's the logical side of the house. But there's more, right? There's a more complex one even. You want systems that match your company's steering logic, processes, generate data, feed this data into IT systems, and then we aggregate great measures and want to map those semantically to our KPIs. If this is done right, a business person can ask questions anytime on the top side of the pyramid and gets the answers from the bottom one. Ideally, we can see plan versus actual for these KPIs directly from the system without the need to manually adjust. And I can remember my days in financial planning and analytics when we pulled several Excels out of the system and pasted the result into a PowerPoint, wasting time by doing data consolidation instead of analyzing the data. And this is also the reality we face at SAP, but which I still see in many other companies out there, right? So let's assume again, each company has the top pyramid defined and sorted out, but then on the operational side, you see a lot of challenges. Many different systems with different structures and definitions, with double counts, etc. At SAP, we saw this as well, as I said, also because of our acquisitions. And in the end, my team in the intelligent data analytics plays a crucial role in getting rid of this, right? Because we also pay the bill for that, as we need to combine the data somehow, map it and make it consumable in process or in analytical assets. And this is why standardization is part of my team's mandate. We must find ways to make this mapping possible. Otherwise, the truth is never complete and we would never be able to scale. So this is the value of a common digital language. Now, what about a trusted data platform, right? Let's now look into how the data is consumed. This is the important and exciting part, right, from the platform. The foundation you just saw allows to streamline, cascade information based on the needs of any persona within the enterprise. That means that all assets always leverage the same models, get their information from the same and single source of truth. The only difference is that the views are aggregated differently. This ensures consistency in communication and decision making. On the operational level, we offer operational reporting for controllers, operations teams, and so forth. But for these rules, we offer many exploration modes to play with the data, maybe even allow downloading it for further processing. If we look at the middle management, other needs, right? So they rather need dashboards to brief somebody, to concise and easy consume, allowing to deeper dive to a certain degree, but still following a consistent information design to guarantee consistency. And then finally, our executive board and supervisory board are provided with the digital boardroom based on SAP Analytics Cloud. It represents a single source of truth to decision makers about the most important business metrics in real time. As already mentioned, each and every one of these assets get the information from the same platform we've just had a look at. And this is how a company's steering logic is cascaded. This is how we streamline information. So coming back to Gartner's trends, what does it mean? And the first trend for me personally is also very important. We need smarter artificial intelligence that will enable better learning algorithms. Systems that interpret, systems that really look into the details and give you recommendations out of this with shorter time to value. But most importantly, we need explainable artificial intelligence to make sure people can trust it. And ethical use of artificial intelligence methods is of utmost importance to me and my team, and for SAP as a whole, by the way. But for that, we want you to meet Nicole. As you can see, Nicole is a customer engagement executives at SAP. What they're basically doing is making sure that the customer gets the full value out of the contract he or she signs. So that is the reason she's always interested in what is going on with the customer, where can we help, how can we unlock the value, where are roadblocks in there to make sure that obviously in the cloud business, the customer is happy and renews the contract. So Nicole wants to be a trusted partner for her customers and provide them with the best SAP experience. For her, it's important that she can support each customer and respond to their needs and problems individually. However, Nicole cannot maintain intense personal contact with every single customer, as the needs and problems are individually different, and some customers currently require more attention from Nicole than others, right? So therefore, it's crucial for Nicole that no customer is unheard at the right point in time. So let's take a look at how we can help Nicole deliver on her promise to be a trusted partner. Let's see how can Nicole be best supported also from my team. And for that, let's take a look at one example where For the sake of this presentation, we have put together a few of our live assets showing their power into one prototype to showcase them, but at the same time to give you an outlook into what we are up to next. So let's roll the demo.
I'm Nicole, a customer engagement executive, and as every day, I start my working day by opening the SAP Fiori Launchpad, my central entry point in the company for all relevant information and systems. I want to be a trustworthy partner to my customers, and I want them to feel heard. I want to be supported during my workday to respond quickly to any issues they might encounter. Ideally, I'm proactively informed with a notification about situations that need my immediate attention. This allows me to react quickly to the situations and provide the best SAP experience to my customers. Let's have a look what's wrong with Adams Johnson. Adams Johnson's customer health score is at 48, which means they are currently not very satisfied with our offerings. When this situation occurred, the system lets me know and I can take immediate action. I want to have a look immediately as I know that everything's based on SAP's concise data strategy and the data that gets fed into my dashboards is trustworthy. I now dive deeper into the customer context, and I get all information aggregated on one page on Adams Johnson. The color codes tell me where to investigate to resolve their issues, and as the notification already mentioned, it's cases, opportunities, and utilization that need my attention. A potential problem could be that cases remained unresolved for longer than average, multiple opportunities might have been lost in the last 12 months, or the utilization of the products had been significantly lower than usual for this customer in the last months. As I want my customers to be happy and provide them with the best SAP experience, I'm taking action now. I get a suggestion of recommended actions on this overview page. I can here now see all details of the current situation in addition to my customer's master data. For example, it's immediately apparent to me that the parameter cases has the highest negative impact on the health score and therefore is the first starting point for resolving the situation. I find an overview of all open cases at the customer and I can see immediately that there's a problem. A high priority case not having been touched for 22 days does indeed present a risk of low customer satisfaction. In addition to all of this internal information about my customer, I also have access to external sources, which provide information about their interests and thus represent further opportunities to improve their satisfaction. I can find recommended actions in my overview that inform me with a score about how confident the system is when recommending an action, and that calculate even also how effective this action might be. Again, overarching goal is to make my customer happy. I trust this system as I get full transparency on what's happening. Let's see what the system recommends now. I get suggestions on how to resolve my problem. The actions proposed are suggested based on past comparable situations. Going on level deeper, I get further useful information on how to immediately proceed, such as who to contact or which comparable cases from the past to revisit for help. This is what I mean by actionable insights, insights that give me the full picture of a situation based on a 100% trustworthy data foundation, so I can be best informed to make decisions. This is information that supports me in my day-to-day work and makes me provide the best SAP experience to my customers. Screening all of my customers' health scores, I could also check the situation with Ramsey Williams. Let's have a look at what their challenges are. Their product usage is in a critical range and thereby negatively influences the customer health score. This indicates to me that the customer has purchased licenses for SAP products but is not using them. Looking into further details, I can see that some products, such as cloud platform pay-per-use, have an increased risk of becoming shelfware. This means they don't use them despite owning licenses. They might need my support to identify and highlight possible use cases. Below, I also see information about Ramsey Williams' predicted interest level with respect to a variety of topics. I see their interest is high in analytics. When looking into the adoption status for analytics solutions, however, I can immediately see that they use some of them, but several of them are not in use. This gives me enough information to react, to contact Ramsey Williams and discuss our analytics solutions and help them get the best of our offer according to their needs.
Nice. So the demo you've just seen was a click prototype for the presentation sake, but most of the assets and components used in there are already live and adopted by our stakeholders, by our customer engagement executives like Nicole. And this is what is coming next, what I believe we need to reach our vision. But we also talked about ethics, right? So we do not want the wrong directions, the wrong decisions coming out of any recommendation that is coming from the system. So for taking sensitive decisions, we don't want to have nicely shaped, governed, and unbiased sets of data disappearing into a black box that just spits out a not comprehensible result. Like the story where an algorithm found that the more ice creams are eaten at the beach, the more people die at the seaside. Obviously, it has nothing to do with ice cream, but maybe with the hot weather. So I guess you see my point. You do want to know why exactly which recommendation has been made, because you might need to base your decisions on these results. And as mentioned before, that explainable AI and the ethical handling of artificial intelligence is important to me. So the reason for that is that, especially in our field, we need people to trust our solutions 100%. And ethical models help us do that. They help us to build trust, make people understand the decisions made by the model, and support by guiding users towards actions inspired by these insights we offer in our solutions. So these approaches allow the verification of predictions made by the models to further increase understandability and trust our solutions. A long-term and sustainable relationship cannot work without trust. It's no different with machine learning models. So we need to trust the model, but for this, we also need to understand how it works and on what basis which decision is made and why. So therefore, it's essential that we care about how to interpret these results. Only then we can trust the model's decision, understand them, and derive actionable insights. This is what I really drive my organization for. We want to provide actionable insights to help the world run better and improve people's lives, as we say at SAP. Another point I would like to highlight is that through these results and this trust, we can verify the decisions made by the model. This is also a critical step in the development of ethical models. In the future, we will have to deal even more with decisions and effects of artificial models. So we already have to address topics such as fairness, equality, or ethics in these models. So if you want to accelerate your journey of becoming an intelligent enterprise, here are 3 things I would like you to take away and advise to take some action, right? So have and implement a solid data strategy. I talked about data culture, right, throughout your organization. Everyone in your enterprise should be aware of the importance of high quality data and feel responsible for continuously improving it. I can't emphasize this enough because data collected or created today will be used or processed by someone else tomorrow. And we at SAP say garbage in, garbage out, so that data must be of high quality. And then build a trusted data platform on top of that. Only then you can achieve real data-driven decisions, making an enterprise steering possible. And once you get this, you are ready to leverage the real power of artificial intelligence. A trusted data foundation allows, for instance, for trusted artificial intelligence recommendations and recommendations that support the best informed decision making. And the transformation into an intelligent enterprise is a marathon and not a sprint. Stay patient, but most of all, stay on it. Always have the big goal of becoming an intelligent and data-driven enterprise in mind. And when you do that, I'm pretty sure This will enable you for decision making beyond the ordinary. All right. I hope this session helped you a little bit on your journey to become the intelligent enterprise. My name is Christian Hecker. Happy to get in contact, answer your questions you might have. Thanks for joining. Thanks for listening in. And I hope you have a great TechEd as well. Thank you very much.